676 people have flown into space. Only 19 fatalities, which statistically speaking translates to a 2.8% fatality rate, meaning a 97.2% chance of survival.
You remembered how I like my coffee?
Of course. We have been seeing each other weekly for 2 months. Now, tell me, what have you been up to?
Reading, working, finding a way out of here.
You have to give it time. I know you'll find a way. You are strong.
You've only known me for 2 months.
That's true. But I think I know you well enough to understand just how brave of a person you are.
No one's ever said that to me before.
Well, I just have. So there you go. Let's crack on, shall we?
Yeah. The quicker I'm done with this, the better.
Oh wow, I see how it is. Am I boring you?
Just a tad.
It's not too bad, I guess.
How much longer?
Meeting up? As long as it takes.
As long as what takes?
Tell me, you've been reading more about space travel?
Yeah. What else would I do with my free time?
Serve on the International Space Station?
Really?
That is what you wanted to do.
It was. It is.
Hello? Ground control to Major Tom?
Yeah, sorry. I was just...
I know. Let's crack on, shall we? How about we pick up where we left off last week?
Yeah, okay.
You were telling me about your father?
Yes. My father was in the army. Always away from home. When he did shot, you knew there was only one reason.
And what was that?
To move.
It must have been hard, moving around all the time.
Not really. I always had Belle with me, so I never felt alone.
You never felt alone?
Yeah, that's what I just said. I know what you're doing.
I don't have to write in it if you don't want me to.
You will! Every line of that book of yours is just you and your idea of me. I'm not just a sentence!
When I first met you, you were distant, reserved and scared. I could see it in your eyes. But now, it feels like I'm talking to someone else. A stranger, perhaps? Who are you now?
I feel peace as if it's a loud silence. It's deafening, it's painful, it's fading. I fear, as I slowly lose this sensation, I'll find myself pleading for it to stay. Who will I be if I don't feel pain?
Let's talk some more about your childhood. Before your father came home, how did you feel?
I don't see how that's relevant.
I'm just trying to get to know you more, that's all.
Okay. I guess... I felt happy, full of joy. My mother was always there when I needed her.
And your father?
He'd help out when he wasn't away. I was a happy kid, with or without my father.
And was that because of your mother?
I'm not sure. She always said I had a big heart, but That doesn't explain how I was able to ignore my guilt, to confront those who did me wrong. What are you looking for here?
My shadows left me. When I see my reflection, I don't feel comfort.
You're contradicting yourself. You always said you were a happy kid.
Wait, how did you hear what I just said?
Tell me, do you think you'll ever experience those emotions again?
No. Never. Even though I yearn for them every minute of every day, my longing for peace is greater than all of God's creations. All I am now is remains. Remains of whom you shall never know. Only Belle has memories of them now. Memories that will never be thought of again.
And whose fault is that?
That's not what we're talking about.
No, but we do need to acknowledge it. Someone's around. How thick did her blood run?
I don't know what you're on about.
Behind those eyes you do. I can see it. Must have eaten you up to witness something like that.
You don't know what you're talking about. Maybe your notes are wrong.
I don't have any notes in here. I don't write anything in these sessions. Everything I need is right in front of me. So, you ready to crack yet? No? Shame. Anyway, tell me, do you feel like you're constantly being watched? They're not going to help you.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
You can drop the act. You know exactly what's going on. I'm playing your game.
This isn't real, this isn't happening. You said it might all be in my head? Maybe it's all in yours.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know. Hold on. You were nice to me. Every time we met, you were kind.
I still am, but we are getting impatient. And so is the jury. They need answers. We need answers. And you need answers. And you'd better make it a good one, because there's no chance otherwise you're going to make it out of here a free man.
It's thought that moons like Europa have 40 to 100-mile oceans just sitting beneath their surface. In the vacuum of space, the idea of water density translates very differently to Earth. Everything is dependent upon a state. For instance, Mars's equator is filled with ice that acts as a barrier. This barrier runs 2 miles deep in comparison to Europa.
Jury?
Admit that your mission was a failure. You thought you could what? Escape this hell you've created for yourself?
This isn't how it was meant to be. It was easy not to say anything, to remain quiet, but I've regretted that ever since. I thought if I could understand the situation, I could offer some help, instead of being the stupid bystander I always am. Well, my whole life's been built on. I need you to understand that.
You were there when she died.
I was the only one there. The soul doesn't die if the heart's still beating. If I could just keep the compressions going, she'd live.
But everything has to come to an end. You couldn't keep her alive forever. Grasping onto someone's echo won't stop their loss. I'm assuming, since you were the only one there, that you...
Yeah.
I can never truly escape her death. Not even in my fantasies.